Hello friends. So for those of you watching at home, this is my friend John, and we're going to figure out what his voice type is. So we talk a lot in choir about what part you should sing, and this, being a grown-up person, has a very specific voice type. When we're young, we have to sing on all kinds of different parts so that we let our voices fully develop, and we can learn about the high ends and the low ends of our voice. So when you grow up and you figure out what your voice type is, it's good to do it when you're older, right? So how old are you, John?
29.
So John's an adult, right? He knows that his voice is settled and he knows where he should be singing. So we're going to take John through a warm-up sequence and then voice him a little bit so you guys at home can see this process. Okay, so we're going to start with body. I just want you to reach up tall, tall, stretch, alternate, reach right and left. Nice, good. And swan dive forward and touch your toes. Awesome. And let your neck relax right here. Yeah. Keep a lot of tension in our neck. Go ahead and roll up nice and slow. Shrug your shoulders up to your ear and just drop them. Do that again. That's where your shoulders should be. They shouldn't be like wrenched back or anything. Nice and tall. Squeeze, 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 and drop. Good, good, good. We're going to do what are called bellows, and we're going to do it like if you were putting a bellow into a fire. Okay. So we're going to do 5 puffs of air, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll sound like this. And then we go 4, 3, 2, 1. So the last one's just an inhale and a release. Okay. Yeah? Does that make sense? So I'll do them with you. Okay. 5. Here we go. Silent inhalation. Exhale all your air. 4. Silent inhalation. Good. Excellent. Can you do that 1 again? Just a 1 and make a lot of noise when you exhale. Beautiful. Really good. Learning about breathing is such a good concept. So, next we're going to do phonation, which is bridging the gap between singing and speaking, right? Okay. So, hum and chew a bumblebee. We got a bumblebee out here. We're going to pop them in your mouth. Throw him. I really liked how you stayed in your head voice for that because we were up so high when you did that siren, you stayed in your head voice. Can you do that one more time and really like show me how well you stay in your head voice?
The whole thing?
Just the sigh.
Oh, okay.
So, well, if you want to lead up to it, you go, yeah. Good. And do it one more time. Bring your head voice down as far as it can go. Do you see how much farther it went? That's awesome, John. Good. Good for you. So next is resonance. What we're going to do is put the tone production really, really high in our nose. So feel right on the bridge of your nose and say, and if you can stop and start the flow of sound with your nose, you know it's in the right spot. So try that. Yeah, you feel how it plugs up? Cool. So repeat after me. And laugh like the Wicked Witch of the West. Go, ah-ha! That was too good. That was really good. So here for this, we're going to take a tiny hammer and a tiny nail and pinpoint that sound from our nose into that tiny hammer, tiny nail. So it's a very focused sound is what I'm saying, right? So we're going to start here. Just listen first. Ming, 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 ming. On ming. Does that make sense? Okay. I won't sing it with you, but I'll pitch you down.
Do I do this?
If it helps you, I would encourage you to do it. Yeah. Okay. Ready? On A440. And
ming, 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 ming.
Do, do.
Ming, 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 ming.
Do, do.
Ming, 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 ming.
Do, do.
Ming, 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 ming.
Excellent. Really focus on keeping it really tall and focused, but drop down the octave, okay?
Okay. Ming.
No, just kidding. Pop, pop. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work for you better. Really, it should feel ugly. It shouldn't feel like singing.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Ming, 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 ming.
Do do.
Ming, 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 ming.
Excellent. Do do.
Ming, 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 ming.
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 Yep. Careful getting too Elmo in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the right idea though. And do a nice side down.
Oh!
Very good. So we do, the majority of what we're going to do today is range, but I do want to try to tune really quick. So just tune with me to this A440 and throw a little dart. Really hit the sound in the middle. That's our kind of our kinesthesia.
A specific
On-
syllable.
On do. Yes, thank you for clarifying. On
Okay.
do. Ready?
Do.
Drop down the octave. Yeah, you heard us click, right? Awesome, awesome. And a couple tips with that is like maybe pull string out of your mouth, kind of, or you can grab a rope and really
Okay.
pull the sound. So, okay, so the majority of what we're doing today is range. So we're going to start in the middle of the voice, and we're going to just do a nice, easy, but in your range, we're going to move down, okay? Ready, and. Good, relax as you go down, but remember that ping. Just make sure to relax everything like good posture. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. I'm gonna jump down a couple because this seems pretty comfy for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump down to B flat down here. Ready? Sorry. I like how buzzy that feels, but can you place that buzziness in your face?
Here.
More forward.
Okay.
I like how it's buzzing here, but it needs to buzz here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
A little, like
It's the
it's a weird
concept of
concept.
singing.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? Moving down. Good. Good. So John's bottoming out at about an F sharp, which is pretty good for a basses range. So let's move him up a little bit, and we'll see what his upper register does. So we're going to start up here.
Okay.
Ready? Oh, just do a nice sigh for me to kind of clear that.
Oh.
Good.
Sorry.
And I'm going to say, John, go ahead and flip whenever you need to. Sorry, my fault. One more. Good. So, flipping right around. Can you sing this note full voice? Good.
Yeah.
So we brought his full voice all the way up to a C, but naturally he was flipping around maybe like A, B flat, which is very typical of a tenor flip. So John has a really huge, awesome range, but you'll notice his high stuff is a little not strained, but not as developed as his lower voice, right? So we're gonna go ahead and call him probably a bass baritone with a really solid middle voice, a baritone voice. But he has all those awesome high notes, and with a little more work, he'll be able to develop that range. And he also flips at a typical flipping point for a male voice. So very good. So I hope you guys enjoyed voicing John.